guys, so we're here to talk about gun haptics. Now I don't have a lot of experience in this field, but I know there's the Provolver, there's also the Deadeye Enforcer, and of course the Apexinno Haptic Guns, which is the one I bought and I thought was great initially. And it is really good when it works. Now what I can tell you, if you saw one of my other videos, I had my gun on here and this is the trigger. Okay, now this is my left one. And basically on the right one, I pushed the trigger down, which interfaces with the Quest touch controller, and literally this broke, which is this here. Okay, so it is red, it was red. What I tried to do is I tried to glue it and then just paint it black to cover up the glue. Yeah. Okay, but that did not work because even though I glued it and I tried it, it just broke. The glue is just not strong enough to hold it. So I thought to myself, you know what? I've only had these guns 4 months. In fact, I got them in December last year. And for that to break already, it questions whether, well, the quality and the durability of it. So I thought I'll email Apexinno. So that's what I did. I emailed them, and the first response I got back from them, because I tried to email them and it was kind of like the chatbot thing, right? And the first response I got back was this, which was just telling me that, asked me what's wrong. So I kind of told them. Then a few days later, they sent me a response saying, can you send us video footage or photographic evidence of what you actually mean? So I did a video and I showed them and I sent it off, and then I heard nothing for a week or so. And in fact, I was almost giving up, thinking, you know what, they're not, you know, the customer support is a bit poor really. So I decided to take matters into my own hands, and I actually used silicone rubber to create a mold of this. And all I did is I super glued it back together, put it in the silicone mold, and then I used resin to make a new trigger, which came off like this. Okay, which was okay, but didn't quite work because it's missing the top part, so that wouldn't work. Anyway, after a bit of messing about and £20 later in British money, I've managed to make managed to make a trigger for that, and I've installed it in the gun. And as you can see, it's black, okay, because I put some black paint in, acrylic paint in with the mixture. And now when I turn it on, we can have, yeah, we are back. However, that doesn't excuse Apexinno. Now the thing is, today I got an email showing that they are discussing the matter internally. I mean, what's there to discuss? The trigger's broken. Either you're going to replace it or you're not. The thing is, not everyone is going to take the approach that I did. I mean, maybe some people will, but I had to literally dismantle it in order to recreate the trigger. And not everyone's going to want to do that, and you shouldn't have to, because it should be more durable than that. So I'm waiting to see what they come back with. From a gun point of view, it's actually okay. I mean, like I said, the weight, to be honest, they say that, oh, the Provolver gives it's got the weight of a real handgun. Now I haven't had experience with the Provolver, but I'm also thinking if it does have the weight of a real handgun, then you're going to get tired. You're going to get very tired, because this is definitely not the weight of a real handgun. And I can tell you that after about 5 minutes of holding this thing, even though it's not that heavy, it starts to get to you and it starts to weigh you down. So I think that's going to impact the fun. Same with the Deadeye Enforcer. I mean, if it's a weight thing, some people like the realistic thing where they've got, kind of weight what you'd have in a real scenario. But I want to play a game. I don't want an absolute real scenario. I want to be able to actually move around. Maybe some people like that. I'm quite happy with these. Hopefully, let's see what Apexinno come back with, and then go from there. In the meantime, what I've also been doing, and I'm going to show you, is one other issue I had, and this is not Apexinno. This is the Katwalk, the Katwalk C2 Plus. The one thing that everybody has probably got in common with this is the thing is heavy. So once you place it down in the corner of the room, it's gonna sit there unless you're really strong and can drag it across into the middle of the room, or you've got somebody to help you pick it up and move it, because this thing ain't light. It's like 56 kilos and I can't lift that, not by myself. So what I ended up doing, because the one thing I was finding is that when I was using my controllers, with or without the gun, it didn't matter, is when I turned towards the wall and I stretched out, I ended up hitting the wall, which is not a good thing. So in my infinite wisdom, I figured I need to find a way of making this a little bit more portable. So just like I did with the Your VR and the Roto VR chair, I've put the Katwalk on wheels. Yes, I have. And you know what? It doesn't move. It moves when you pull it, but it doesn't move once you're on it. And there is the option on the wheels I bought to bring it down, bring like the latch down so there's a brake on it, which is great. And I'm going to show you, you can see all the pictures here and the videos here, but it works pretty well like that. And I can tell you that I did this the other day. Here's the link to the wheels that I bought for the Katwalk, and also here are the wheels. Obviously you've got the wheels themselves with the link, obviously, clearly, but I did not have to drill any holes because the holes were already there. They were already in the frame and they were the right size. So I literally, all I had to do was lift it up, used a little bit of a vice to hold it. Yeah, it's my dad's old vice, my late dad, bless his soul. Okay, where I put that onto the, or under the Katwalk to kind of prop it up while I put the wheel in, and then I just tightened them up, and yeah, it's working a charm. So now I can drag it by myself into the middle of the room, so I will not be hitting anything. See you later.